welcome back to another fabulous vlog here on my channel. I'm Jake from Jay's Books Corner. Today is Sunday, March 6th, I want to say. And today we are starting another daily vlog. You hear any moaning or anything? It's my little kitty cat. She's literally laying like right beside you, snuggling. And then I'm on my, chair bed thingy. We're going to be reading some Saga today. We're going to finish volume 9, which should take us up to the current run, which is really, really exciting, which I'll start on Tuesday. And then we also have Zombie Apocalypse. Choose your own. Can you survive Zombie Apocalypse? Choose your own adventure. And I want to know if you can die in it or not. It is a junior book, and so I want to know what the stakes are. So I'll probably have to you guys a lot during this, but not during this. We'll do like a clear review type thing that I'll talk about after I get done with it. I'll tell you guys when I finish Saga Volume 9. So I just gotta read Saga Volume 9. I'm officially caught up. I think there's 2 issues that are out, maybe 3 of the new volume, or of it starting back up again. These ended in 2018. For retrospect, it's 2022 now, obviously, to 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22. We had to wait 5 years after that cliffhanger ending. I think it's probably why I blocked it, because I do remember reading it. Like, as I was reading, I was like, oh yeah, that person died. Oh yeah, that person died. Oh yeah, that's the ending. But it was a lot of blocking. I did block some very big portions of that story. I liked it. There isn't anything really to talk about here except for some spoilery stuff that doesn't really matter into the extent of things. The one does, but everything else is a bit vague. It's a lot smaller than the previous issue. The previous issue introduced a lot of different characters and also had, the very grander topic. This one is a very smaller, compact story that really does elevate the story. We're also focusing on its core matters, which is family. So overall, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it's like a 4.5 out of 5. It was not perfect. Like I said, I wish it was a little more grandeur. And I also wish some of the characters' deaths were a bit more meaningful. Plus, there is a character in here who goes through a lot of torture and just pain in general, and when we meet him, he's a completely different guy. I just don't really know how he got to where he was at the end of this one. I just don't think I saw his character doing what his character ends up doing. Now we're gonna move over to this one. I'm gonna update you maybe as I go along. Maybe we'll talk about in spoilery fashion. That kind of sounds fun. So the setup for our adventure is our dad is taking us and his friend. Obviously, we're like 12 here. Us and our friend. 2 friends somewhere. Doesn't really specifically say where. And we see a woman getting attacked by an older gentleman. He ends up biting a chunk out of her arm, and her dad is out there as a bunch of other crazy zombies look like they possibly could be coming. Or it could be people. There really isn't a true objective. So the question is do we defend our dad in the streets, or do we stay in the car like he asked us to? I personally am a chaotic person at heart, so we're going to go to page 10, which is defending our dad in the streets. Okay, our next situation is we got out of the car. Our dad's not there because there's a bunch of people, which makes a whole bunch of sense. I do wonder if the later on storyline would have been that our dad would got back to the car, and so it would have worked out better. But anyway, we're going this one. So our friend Logan, who has seen a bunch of zombie movies and he believes this is zombies, we're not sure yet, so I think we should also eye on that advancement as well, says to get out of town, which is continuing on with the story the way it is, or to go to the police station, which is what Chloe thinks, to report the crime of someone getting bit. I still feel like getting out of town is probably better, but we could go to the police station and maybe report the fact that I can't find my dad, which could lead to a better response, but I think we're just going to continue heading out of town. I feel like that's probably the best solution. I'll let you guys know what's next. Okay, we make it to our house, which was a little bit of a chaotic moment, and the door was wide open, and so we're scared, and we hear muffled sounds from the basement as we're looking for our mom, who was at the house. So we have 2 options: to call out for our mom or to go downstairs. I feel like as a kid, I'd probably call out because I'd be scared. And since I am taking in thought of it, so I think we're gonna call out for our mom. There was a zombie. It's not our mom, which makes sense. I did look. I was curious to see if you would die. You can't die. So that's great. That's exciting for us. And more zombies are coming in through the front door. So our options are to go out the back door or to run upstairs. I'm going to go out the back door. Okay, the next scenario is you get into the woods. We're alive. You get into the woods, and now they're trying to figure out, if we should start a fire. You should convince one of your friends, a zombie friend, not to start the fire, or to start the fire, and then convince the friend who does, who's cold, not to start the fire. I personally am going to opt for not starting the fire, as I think logically that makes the most sense. I can understand where, no, starting the fire would be fine. They are out in the middle of the woods. Even it tries to convince us of that, but I'm going to jump to page 30. Okay, the next one is about taking watch. We can either have us take the first watch or have Logan take the first watch. I'll let Logan take, that's what I'm going to do. Well, this was fucking bleak. I doomed my friends. Supposedly, we made the wrong choice. We're all stuck in a tent together while a bunch of zombies are trying to eat us. We don't know if we die or not, but yeah. So we're gonna go back and see if we can't make it out alive or see what the different outcome is. So we're gonna go see if we take the first watch, what happens. Okay, if we Oh, seems like we made a good choice. Okay, this one we make it out alive. We end up running into a group of soldiers who end up taking us out of the city, is a short answer. Also, I just want to mention there's images and stuff throughout the comic book and stuff. That one's pretty graphic for a kid's book. We actually didn't get back to the end portions, and so there's like a lot of different solutions, which is kind of cool. And then at the very end, it has a bunch of different zombie facts, in which I also think is really cool. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go to bed. This was a fun time. I might try it again, read a different scenario. I think I might look for a different version of this and read one with my little sister. Maybe we'll read a solution a night or something. I'm not really sure. Nothing like this per se, but just like a choose your own adventure type of experience. And let me know if you guys enjoyed this choose your own adventure this evening and would like to do one again, I guess. Yeah, alright, I'll talk to you guys all in the morning. Evening cat update. This is what she looks like. Alright, hi. I am in the middle of doing some editing and stuff for, it's like 2:30. I ended up spending the morning with my brother and stuff. He just left. So I'm back downstairs working on some sim stuff and editing. And we'll be making some biscuits. I'll film that later on this evening. But I did have to put down the Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. I won't be picking this up for a few more months, so we'll probably end up starting over when I do reread it. We got 30% in. I was very much enjoying when I was listening to parts of it. Not everything. You can totally tell this is written by a dude. But I was liking it enough that we'll continue on with it. It's just Stallone gave out, so. It was a DNF, which is fine. Which means I think we're up to 5 books, if I'm not mistaken, unless I read one, like a bonus one. And we're gonna pick up Wicked Souls by Katie Weismer. I've been reading this since December, it's now March, so we're just gonna pick up the audiobook for it and check our way through it and blog as many updates as possible for its spoilerly vlog. So that's the plan.
Cookie will be a strawberry because sometimes they're sweet and sometimes they're sour.
Searching for something that ain't lost. Have we got it?
In the time since we last talked, I have finished 2 more books, and I'm also reading another one. So let's talk about the 2 that I did finish. I didn't jump directly into Wicked Souls. I did eventually pick up Wicked Souls again. I read like 50 or 60 pages of it. But what I did end up reading is The Weekend Away, which I think I talked about in a previous vlog saying I was going to start it. And I started at work on a Thursday, and then I put it down, and I finished it yesterday. The Weekend Away follows a mom, a newie mom. I think her baby at the beginning of the book is like 7 months old, and her and her best friend end up going away to a foreign country for like a spa day. Her best friend is pretty rich. She's coming out of a relationship with a guy who is also pretty rich, and they're going to spend his money away in some foreign country. The best friend ends up dying for unknown reasons, and she is blamed as she is the last person to see her alive, and also it's a foreign country, you know. And it really is about, did she do it, who did do it, if she didn't do it, and so forth and so forth. And we're going back and forth as she's spending this time in this foreign country, and it's very similar to a lot of other books that I've read before. Also, I think I've read other books that have done it better, which I think also played into a factor. It just got turned into a Netflix movie, which is probably the cover I'm showing you, which is the reason why I wanted to read it in general. And honestly, I thought it was fine. Like, it was a fine thriller, basic. Nothing super surprising here, in my opinion, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is one of your favorites. It's very highly rated on Goodreads for thrillers, at least. I would say if you're interested in it, check it out, but don't take it under my recommendation. I gave it a 3. The next one we're going to talk about is another book I just thought was fine, which is called, it's this one, the Jesse Eisenberg one. This is the Audible original. It starred Jesse Eisenberg and then Caitlin Dever. I think it's Dever, Finn Wolfhard. This got turned into a movie that just premiered at Sundance, which I heard nothing but amazing things about, which is actually how I heard that this was an Audible original, so here we go. This was fine as well. It follows a family of 3, so we follow our couple who just had a baby as well, and we also follow the baby when he's like 16. I want to say that's how old Finn Wolfhard's character is. I think it's like 14 to 16. So there's also sections of that, and it's about their relationships with each other talked about in like conversations with this therapist is essentially what it is. The dad's having problems with connecting with the child. The dad's also having problems with connecting with the mother, with his coworkers telling him like he's like really stupid. He almost came off autistic in the way Jesse performed him, but I don't know if that's just the writing. It's also his first ever novel. I don't really know what to call these. Screenplay, I guess. He also directed and wrote the movie, which I'm excited about. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with this, especially because it seems like it's more of the relationship between the son and the therapist. Is the vibe I got from the description. Either way, that's that one. It was a 3. It was fine. It's a family drama. I know what you want from me. Then I also read 2 other books with you. Oh my god, we have so many books to talk about in this wrap up. So I also read Saga Volume 9, which I talked about in length, so I'm not going to worry about mentioning it here. I also had DNF, the Final Girl Support Group, which I'm very excited to get back to in 2 months' time. So we'll come back to it in a different video. And I also read Can You Survive a Zombie Apocalypse by Anthony Waltz's interactive doomsday adventure, which I enjoyed. Then I also picked up, like I said, Wicked Souls by Kate Weisner. I will have a whole entire spoiler reading vlog coming out for this when I get done with it. We're about 100 pages in, and I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. We'll continue listening to it today. Yeah, that brings us to the end of this vlog. If you guys enjoyed, please give me a big thumbs up. Don't comment down below. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another beautiful, lovely video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.